தண்ணீர் விட்டோவளத்தோம் சர்வேஷ தண்ணீர் விட்டோவளத்தோம் சர்வேஷ இப்பயிரை கண்ணீரால் காத்தோம் கருக திருவுள்ளமோ தண்ணீர் விட்டோவளத்தோம் சர்வேஷ இப்பயிரை கண்ணீரால் காத்தோம் கருக திருவுளமோ எண்ணமெல்லாம் நெய்யாக எம்முயிரினுள் வளர்ந்த வளர்ந்த விளக்கிது மடிய திருவுளமோ ஓராயிர வருடம் ஓய்து கிடந்த பின்னர் வாராது போல வந்த பாமணியை தோற்போமோ தர்மமே வெல்லும் தர்மமே வெல்லும் தர்மமே வெல்லும் எனும் சான்றோர் சொல் பொய்யாமோ கர்மவே.
Hello and welcome back to Raaga Rasika. This is a podcast program that explores the world of Carnatic music. Joining me from Chennai, India is Vidya Subramanian. In our concluding episode on Sri GNB Subramanian, Vidya and I would like to analyze a Ragam Tanam Pallavi by Sri GNB Subramanian. So Vidya, why don't you take it over from here and actually get into the in-depth analysis of this rendition.
Wonderful. Before we jump into the actual analysis, for those of our listeners who may not be familiar with this term, Ragam Tanam Pallavi, I would like to explain that this is a three-part improvisation which is often considered as the pinnacle of Carnatic music performance in terms of the creative aspect. Of course, there are several outstanding compositions which require a great deal of skill and mastery to perform. But performing an RTP is an amazing exercise in creativity because there are very few rules and there is a lot of scope to bring out a musician's training, mastery, as well as creativity.
Of course, Vidya, the concept of RTP is something that we will cover in greater detail in several future episodes because it is an important aspect of a concert, and I'm sure many of our listeners would love to appreciate the intricacies involved in the delivery of an RTP. But for now, let's analyze Sri GNB's RTP and get a glimpse of the elements of an RTP, but more importantly, showcase the prowess of Sri GNB Subramanian.
That was very nicely put, Devesh. The Ragam Tanam Pallavi is often referred to with the initials RTP. It is a three-part improvisation. The first stage is the development of the alapana or free-flowing improvisation. It is often known as the ragam stage. This itself can be done in a very elaborate manner or it can be quite brief depending on what the musician chooses to do. Sri GNB is widely heralded as being one of the pioneers of the systematic development of the alapana. His alapanas would involve extensive use of akarams or the A sound. They would not only involve these delightful fast-paced passages, but also incorporate many of the traditional phrasings which are very essential to bringing out the beauty of the raga that was being handled. We are going to listen to a short snippet from this RTP that we have taken up for analysis for today's episode. This Ragam Tanam Pallavi is in Raaga Bhairavi. This Raaga Bhairavi is one of the major ragas in Carnatic music. It is a raga which incorporates all the seven swaras and has some incredible nuances which require years of study to master. As you listen to the snippet, notice the fabulous speed in which Sri GNB's voice travels. And doing this in a raga like Bhairavi requires tremendous skill because this is a raga where almost every note is rendered with a lot of embellishments, and the type of embellishment that each note would require changes based on the context and the phrasing. So there's a lot of involvement that is needed to produce this raga's contours, and to do it at such a fantastic speed is really mind-blowing. Now let us listen to the snippet of the Raga Alapana by Sri GNB in this Raga Bhairavi. Devesh, I thought it would be an interesting experience for our listeners to actually listen to some of these swarams behind these super fast phrases that Sri GNB has sung. And I've attempted to translate some of these beautiful phrases into swarams, and I must admit that it is a rather crude translation. And here we go. Gari gama bada bama gari sa, gari gama bada ni dari dari da bama gama da bama gari sa, gari gama bada bama gari sa, gama bada ni dari dari da bama gari sa, gama bada ni dari gama gari dari da bama gari sa, gari gani da bama gari dari da bama bada ni dari gari dari da bama gari sa. Now I'm going to sing these phrases as akaram using the A sound. So the challenge for the musician is to produce the speed on the voice while at the same time retaining the traditional embellishment to the notes to the extent possible. And Sri GNB was a master at doing this. Now I'm going to skip over to another segment of the same Alapana where Sri GNB has employed some very mellifluous traditional phrases in this Raga Bhairavi without the use of speed to the same extent that he had used in the snippet that we just heard. And now let's listen to the snippet. Once again, to highlight the great detail that goes into these phrasings, I'm going to roughly translate some of these akaram phrases into the underlying swarams. Riga ma pa da pa ma ga pa ma da pa ma ga ri ga da pa ma ga pa ma da pa ga ri riga ma pa da i da ri da ma da ma pa ga ri. Notice how the shift has been made very seamlessly from a very brisk, fast-paced set of swaras to a set of rather delicate swaras which have a lot of glides and curves. I'm going to sing these swaras in akaram format now. Jumping on to the next snippet, this is going to be from the second stage of the RTP, which is the Thanam. And as you listen to the Thanam, notice how he systematically develops the Thanam from the lower to the higher notes, and also the incredible fluency in which he brings out his imagination. Once again, to explain the flow of the Thanam in this context, in this particular segment, he was focusing on the lower notes, basically the sa to the ma. So if you notice, the Thanam starts like this. Gari ri ri gari gari ri gari ga ma ga ri ri. So the focal point of this segment is the re, and towards the end of this segment, he again concludes the rendition on this note, the rishabam or the re, which is the second note from the fundamental. Gari ri ri gari ri ga ma ga ri ri ga ga ma ma pa ma pa da ba ga ri da ri ga ma ga ri anam tam ta ga nam da ta nam ta ga nam da ga nam ta. So this whole segment has centered around the re or rishabam, which is the second note from the fundamental. Now let's listen to yet another segment of the Thanam and notice how the focus has shifted to higher notes. So in this segment, the focus has shifted to the pa, which is the fifth note from the fundamental, and to a lesser extent to the ma, which is the fourth note from the fundamental. So the shift has been to the higher notes. Again, loosely translating some of these phrases into swarams. Translating this into Tanam format. Tanam tanam nam tanam nam 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 ta nam ta nam ta nam ta nam nam ta nam ta. Once again, I would like to jump to the third stage, which is the Pallavi. A Pallavi can be described as a one-line composition where the line of the Pallavi coincides with one cycle of the Tala. So this Pallavi has been set to the intricate Mishra Gati, where each beat is subdivided into 7 subcomponents. So the lyrics essentially hail Mother Meenakshi of the temple town of Madurai. And as you listen to the snippet, notice how he improvises on the same line of lyric by moving his voice to different notes and bringing out the majestic beauty of this Raga Bhairavi in a very lilting fashion. Now let's listen to the snippet itself. This brief snippet of the Pallavi segment of the RTP focuses on this form of improvisation known as Neraval, where the line of lyric is repeated in different musical ways, the goal being to bring out the beauty of the raga. And for those of you who would like to go back and listen to our introduction to Neraval, I recommend that you check out our episode number 43.
Thank you, Vidya. Indeed, an amazing rendition and an outstanding experience. Anyway, that's all the time we have for now. Join us next time on our journey in Carnatic music. Visit us online at www.raagarasika.com and write to us. To learn more about Vidya, visit her online at vidyasubramanian.com. Hope to see you next time. Till then, goodbye.
மேலோர்கள் வெஞ்சிறையில் வீழ்ந்து கிடப்பதுவும் நூலோர்கள் செக்கடியில் நோவதுவும் காண்கிலையோ எண்ணற்ற நல்லோர் இதயம் பொழுங்கி இரு கண்ணற்ற போல் கலங்குவதும் காண்கிலையோ மாதரையும் மக்களையும் வன் கண்மையால் பிரிந்து காதலை இளைஞர் கருத்தழிதல் காணாயோ எந்த நீ தந்த இயற்பொருளெல்லாம் இழந்து நோந்தார்க்கு நீ அன்றி நோவழிப்பார் யாருளாரோ எந்த நீ தந்த இயற்பொருளெல்லாம் இழந்து நோந்தார்க்கு நீ அன்றி நோவழிப்பார் யாருளாரோ